Hi, and welcome back to the J&D Hobbies channel. I know we usually do tutorials in Advanced Squad, and we have not stopped. There are still hundreds of topics to go through, and we are going to go through each one of them. But with the holidays here and the time we get to play ASL being shared with family, we figured it made sense to show a quick tutorial on a game that any number of gamers can get into quickly and be fun for everybody. Nothing beats driving a King Tiger on the Russian steppes in the fall of 1944. But to a lot of the people you come in contact with during the holidays, that statement might be seen as a second language from the planet Vulcan. So we figured we would try something different. We're going to do a tutorial on the game Munchkin. As you can see from the cover, this game is meant to be fun and silly. It plays in about an hour and it has a very high replay value. No two games are exactly alike. After playing it several times, I realized that the rules, while easy and fun to read, were not complete, so I figured we could use the tutorial. The goal of the players is to get to level 10 by traveling through dungeons and defeating creatures. When you defeat creatures, you obtain treasure and go up one level. Sounds simple enough. To start, we will go through the game components. There really are only three: a 6-sided die, door cards, and treasure cards. The 6-sided die comes into play during combat when you try to run away. Each player starts their turn by drawing a door card. The majority of door cards represent what the player receives when they first enter the room. They might be a monster, curse, race card, class, or event. There are several other minor cards, but they are explained quite well on the card, so I did not review them. If the player draws a monster card, then he has to fight the monster. If he gets hit with a curse, the curse affects him immediately. If they get a race or class card, they can play them immediately to help their character, and can be held, and any other card can be held by the player for future use as well. On the bottom of each monster card is the number of treasure cards the player draws if they defeat the creature. Treasure cards in general are good things that help the player in their quest to get to level 10. They can increase the combat value of the player by adding magic items, like the Chainsaw of Bloody Dismemberment, which adds +3 to the combat value of the player who has the card equipped. These cards also have a gold value to them. Players can sell the items to go up in level, but a player has to defeat a creature to cross the threshold to level 10 and win the game. I would suggest keeping the simple instructions and the sequence of play on the table in front of the players for the first couple of games, as this will help you learn how to play the game and how the game flows. To start the game, thoroughly shuffle both decks of cards. Deal each player 4 door cards and 4 treasure cards. Then roll the die to see who goes first, with the highest roll going first. It's player A's turn, since she rolled a 6. She starts as a level 1 human. Since it's her turn, she can play a class card, so she became a thief. She opted not to play the dwarf race at this time, thinking ahead. Since she became a thief, she has been able to equip the dagger of treachery and the spiky knees for a combat value of 5. She will now be able to defeat any monster with a lower combat value. In this game, monsters win all ties. She kicks open the door and draws the door card. Shown, it's not a monster. Now she can either look for trouble by playing a monster in her hand, which she does not have, or she can loot the room. She opts to loot the room, and she draws a card face down from the door pile. She drew the curse card shown on top. We have it face up for teaching purposes, but during the game, it would be face down. She puts it in her hand. Now comes the charity phase of her turn, which she has to drop her hand down to 5 cards. She currently has 6. All the players are tied at level 1, so she gets to discard a card instead of giving it to the lowest level player. She wants to keep all the good cards she started with, and since she knows that the card is going to be discarded to the discard pile and not to a player, it is safe to get rid of the curse card, so she does. Now we go to player B. We see the cards he starts with. He immediately plays his Go Up 1 Level card and equips himself with the Horny Helmet for a +1 to his combat value. He is a 2nd level human with a +1 bonus for a total combat value of 3. He is ready now and opens the door. He draws the Lame Goblin shown, who has a combat level of 1. This combat looks like a snap for player B. Player C does not like that very much, so she plays the Ancient Monster card on the Goblin, turning him from a level 1 monster to a level 11. Player B is going to lose this combat, so he runs away. He has to roll a 5 or higher on the die to get away unharmed. He rolled a 4, so normally he would be caught, but because of the +1 to the roll, because the goblin's on a crutch, he gets away. His turn ends, and now he must discard down to 5 cards. He wants to get rid of the Cloak of Obscurity because he is not a thief. He gives it to player C, because A will get too much benefit from it. Player C goes and plays her upper level card, so now she is a level 2 human. She goes to the door pile and draws the card, and it's a curse. The curse affects player C immediately, and she loses the item that gives her the highest bonus. This is one of the variations in the rules. We put it this simple way in that the item with the most benefit gets discarded, which would be the +4 cloak, but technically, player C gets no benefit from it, so you could make the argument that she would not lose anything. Player C's turn ends with the loss of the cloak. That finishes our playthrough of a round of Munchkin. I hope you enjoyed it, and it gets you started on a great gaming day with your family and friends. Let me know what you think of this video. If you liked it, like us on YouTube and subscribe to our channel. If you'd like info on where to get this great game, check out our website at www.table-top-war-games.com. Please leave a comment on our website. If you have any thoughts, questions, or suggestions, feel free to contact me at bob@table-top-war-games.com. And like always, thanks for watching.